Hello everyone. Welcome to the next lecture on the CSIR Net, GATE and the IIT JAM mathematics. Today I will explain you how you can solve the problems related to the differentiability. Myself Dr. Harish Garg, you can follow and subscribe my YouTube channel. What we have observed so far, we have explained all the shortcut tricks which change your mind from the off to wow. Now in this lecture, we will discuss the concept of the differentiability. That means whenever you have seen any problem which defined as the f dash x or f double dash x and so on, then you can apply my shortcut tricks that I will be explaining in this lecture, and then you can solve each problem with the help of the 15-second time period. Always remember students, whenever you have seen the question related to the function of the one variable, find f dash x, then you always in your mind the four concepts: Rolle's theorems, mean value theorem, intermediate value theorems, and the Taylor series come into the pictures. But the question arises is how we know when the Taylor series, when the Rolle's theorems, when the mean value theorem, when the intermediate value theorems, or the Taylor series will be applicable, so that you can able to solve each question in the desired time periods. So I will explain you in this lecture detail. उससे पहले, if you are new to my YouTube video, you can subscribe it for more updated details. Now, the Rolle's theorem, whenever you have seen a problem where they are asking you f dash of x is 0, or whenever they are asking you find the proof that or disprove that f dash of x, that means there exists x, कभी भी किसी भी स्टेटमेंट में whenever they have seen f dash of x 0, f double dash of x 0, then you can apply the Rolle's theorem always. On the other hand, whenever they have asked you whether there exists any function, any x, so that f dash of x is non-zero, f double dash of x is non-zero, and so on. Non-zero means whenever they have said f dash will be half, -1, and so on, then you can always apply the mean value theorem. In the intermediate value theorem, whenever they are asking you about the value of the f, not as a f dash, f of x will be 0, then you can apply the intermediate value theorem. But whenever you have to apply the intermediate value theorem, you have to satisfy the two conditions. That means take any 2 points a and b which are of opposite sign. Fine. Opposite sign means one value is my positive, other is my negative. Based on this opposite sign, if you want to apply for the f dash x, fine. अगर f dash पे भी आपको intermediate लगाना, then you can again apply. The condition will be f dash of a, f dash of b must be opposite sign. Fine. If you prove that they are opposite sign, then you can apply the intermediate value theorem. And the last one is a Taylor series. Whenever you have the values at the point a is given, value at the point f dash at the same point a is given, value at the double derivative at the same point is given, make sure the a must be same. A must be same. Fine. For example, if somebody will ask you f of 0 is 1, f dash of 1 is equal to 4, f dash of f double dash of 2 is equal to 3, can you apply the Taylor series? No, because the point 0, 1 and 2 are not same. Clear? सबसे बड़ी बात यही है एग्जामिनेशन में कि कौन सा रिजल्ट कब लगना है, कब कौन सा रिजल्ट नहीं लगना. फाइन. So I have explained you these 4 results. Apart from them, fine, if you want to discard any option, fine, as usual you can consider f is 1, f is x, f is e raised to power x, and f is either the sine or the cosine. X means you can take it as a polynomial. Fine. Based on these 4 functions, you can discard the options. Fine. Or ये same options, you can see The same approach I already explained in my last two lectures, limit and continuity. Fine. And you must watch about these two lectures which are available at my YouTube channel. Playlist is IIT Jam Mathematics. Once you can see the continuities lecture, orthogonal trajectory, partial derivatives, function of the two variables, limits, you can see that I had already explained the same shortcut tricks for that. You must watch about my these two lectures so that you can learn the concept easily. Fine. If you want to join with me and if you are the students of the IIT Jam, then you can scan and join my this WhatsApp group. Otherwise, if you are the students of the CSR Net and Gate, you can join my WhatsApp group, fifth WhatsApp group here. Make sure students, only one student is allowed to enter in the one group. So make sure you have to identify your proper group, either as a IIT Jams or the CSR Net, and then join. The last shortcut tricks, as I mentioned you, which is similar as I given in my last two videos. What is the continuity of these functions? When these functions at x is equal to 0, when this function is differentiable, this function is differentiable whenever m is greater than n, when this function is continuous, whenever m and n both are my positive. Again, whenever x approaches 0, you can replace sin x to be x, cos x to be 1, e raised to power x to be 1. However, if you have the function sine 1 over x, can you replace to be 1 over x? Answer is no, because whenever x approaches 0, then 1 over x is not goes to the 0. सिर्फ साइन किसी भी चीज को साइन ऑफ xi you can replace to be the xi provided that function must be approaches toward the 0. Fine. So for more detail, you can watch about my these two lectures. I had already explained you with the help of the 50 plus questions, 50 plus question in both the lectures. Now in this lecture, in this today's lecture, I will explain you 55 plus questions related to the IIT Jam mathematics, mathematical statistics, gate, and all are this there. You must watch this video till the end so that you can learn the concept more easily. And the last make announcement is, if you are new to my YouTube video, you must subscribe my YouTube channel, because very soon I will change my conditions. I will change my setting that only subscriber can see my video, not always, not for all. So you must subscribe my YouTube videos, you must subscribe my channel, so that if you are really want to join with me and watch the videos. अब आप घड़ी नोट कर लीजिए, 15 सेकंड से ज्यादा समय नहीं लिया जाएगा अभी. Your all questions are talking about the x is equal to 0. Fine. How you can check about that? The first function becomes mod of x. Mod x is either plus 1 plus x or minus x. So I can say this number is x square sine 1 over x. Is it a differentiable? Yes, because 2 is greater than 1. So f is my differentiable. So B options, D option cancel. Look at the second one. Is this a differentiable? Yes, because 2 is greater than 1. Is this part is differentiable? No, because 1 is not greater than 1. Fine. So that part is not. So the right answer is A is the correct answer of the problem. Look at the second one. Again, your target is to check the function values at the x0. Fine. Whenever x approaches 0, I can replace sin x to be the x, but I can never replace sin 1 by x to the 1 by x. So firstly look at g. I can write that g will be, this number is my x, sine x square sine 1 over x. Is it a differentiable? Yes, this function is my differentiable. So g is not differentiable. A and D options are cancelled out. Now look at the f. Because my rule is on the x raised to power m sine 1 over x raised to power n. But here is x sine square. So I can use, what is the formula for the sine square theta? 1 minus cos 2 theta divided by 2. So your f will be x over 2 is outside, 1 minus cos of 2 over x. So if you open this bracket, x over 2 minus x over 2 cos 2 over x. This part is my differentiable. Yes, because every polynomial is differentiable. Is this part is my differentiable? No. Why? Because 1 is not greater than 1. So that means f is my not differentiable. G is my differentiable. B is the right answer of the problem. Fine. Look at the next one. Your target is to find limit x approaches infinity. And you can see once x approaches infinity, 1 over x will goes to the 0. And once it is 0, I can replace e raised to power 1 over x cube to be 1. So therefore your f will be x into 1 minus 1 plus 1 over x cube. So that will be 1 over x square. So once your f will be 1 over x square, does the limit x approaches infinity exist? Yes, it's a 0. Whether x into f of x, that's again 1 over x exists? Yes. X square into fx exists? Yes. There exists m, so that f of x into x raised to power m does not exist. क्या कोई ऐसा m निकाल सकते हो आप? M must be positive. If you choose m is 3 or if you choose m is 4, then definitely this limit does not exist. So yes, all are my correct answer of the problem. Fine. So you can see that अभी तक सारे क्वेश्चंस आपको 15 सेकंड लगे हैं. फाइन. अगर आप चाहते हो कि नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चंस भी आपको ऐसे ही 15 सेकंड में सॉल्व हो, यू मस्ट लाइक एंड कमेंट ऑन द वीडियो. अगर आप चाहते हो कि मैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो भी अपलोड करूं अदर टॉपिक्स का सेम शॉर्टकट ट्रिक्स के साथ, you must like and comment on the video, otherwise I will not upload that. Okay, now your target is to find the values of the f dash. So once it's f dash, your target is to apply either as a Rolle's theorem, mean value theorem, or intermediate value theorems, and the last one is the Taylor series. Fine. Firstly, we will see whether the Lorentz series is applicable. Lorentz series is not a Lorentz series, Rolle's theorem. Whether the Rolle's theorem is applicable whenever your target is to prove f dash to be 0. लेकिन यहाँ पे 0 की बात नहीं हो रही. That means Rolle's theorem is not applicable for this first, second, third and fourth part. Mean value theorem कब applicable होती है? When your target is to find the derivative should be non-zero. So yes, इस केस के अंदर आप mean value theorem अप्लाई कर सकते हो. यहाँ पे भी आप अप्लाई कर सकते हो. This one also. So that question is related to the mean value theorem. Fine. Intermediate value theorem कब अप्लाई करनी है आपको? When you are talking about the f. Fine. लेकिन यहाँ पे तो f dash के बारे में बात हो रही है. Clear? Taylor series is not applicable. Taylor series is applicable only for these two parts, not for the others. Fine. Because एक चीज बच्चे दिमाग में रखिए, एग्जामिनेशन में सबसे पहले हाउ यू कैन अटेम्प्ट द क्वेश्चन, दैट्स द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. और हाउ यू कैन अटेम्प्ट द क्वेश्चन दैट डिपेंड्स अपॉन हाउ यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड द क्वेश्चन. फाइन. एक बार क्वेश्चन को अंडरस्टैंड कर लिया, देन यू कैन सी. क्वेश्चन को अंडरस्टैंड करके आपको क्या पता लगा? That you have to apply the mean value theorem only. Clear? Now, एक यहाँ पे concept दिया है, f is my twice differentiable. What does the meaning of that? If it is a twice differentiable, that means f dash are my differentiable as well as continuous both. Fine. लेकिन twice है तो f double dash it may or may not be continuous. फाइन. कंटिन्यूटी ऑफ दी एफ ट्वाइस पे कोई गारंटी नहीं है, लेकिन इससे पीछे वाले पे सब पे गारंटी है. चलिए अब इस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करते हैं 15 सेकंड में. एक बार अगर आपको पता लग गया कि इससे एमवीटी एफ डैश एट द 0,1, तो व्हाट इज एमवीटी? f1 माइनस एफ, पहले एमवीटी यही होती है ना, एफ बी माइनस एफ ए ओवर बी माइनस ए. इट मस्ट बी एफ डैश ऑफ द सी वेयर C lies in the open interval of a comma b. Now the interval is 0,1. So a b is my 1. What is the value? F dash f of 1 is minus 3. 0 is a minus 3. Fine. That value is my f dash. So what is the value of the f dash? Modulus value is 3. Is it less than 3? First option, cancel. Fine. Second option is the same option, derivative, same interval for sum. Yes, we can find x is equal to 1. Fine. Whose value is greater than 2. So B option is the correct answer. Fine. Now look at the third options. Third option says second derivative, 0 and 1. Fine. Second derivative on the 0 and 1. So second derivative means I can take second derivative. So I can apply the 0. So I can apply the Taylor series about the point 0. F of 0 plus x into f dash 0 plus x square over 2 factorial f double dash 0. And what is the value? Again 1. If I choose x is equal to 1 at the end point, what is the f of 1 is? Minus 3, 0. F dash is my 2, x is my 1, 1 over 2, f double dash 0. So what is the value of the f double dash 0? That will be minus of 10. Fine. So now you can see, is the minus of 10 satisfied this condition? No, because equality is not satisfied. Here equality is satisfied and they are talking for the for sum. Yes, you can choose x2 is my 1 and it satisfies the condition. B and D are the right answer of the problem. Look at the next one. Again, they are talking about the f dash. Fine. Can you apply the Taylor series? No, because 0 पे value है, 1 पे है, all are my different. Can you apply the IVT? Fine, IVT कब अप्लाई करनी है? जब आपको फंक्शन की वैल्यू आपको क्या चाहिए? 0. तो यहाँ पे 0 है. So these two parts you can solve by IVT. Can you solve or? Because derivative है, then you can also apply the Rolle's theorem here. And these values are my non-zero. So once is a non-zero, that means you have to apply the mean value theorem. Clear? क्वेश्चन को समझ में आ गया? फाइन. अब आपको कंसेप्ट अप्लाई करना है. F dash, apply the mean value theorem on the 0, 1. F of 1 minus f of 0 divided by 1, which is my minus 6. So is the modulus value less than 5? No. Is the modulus value greater than 5 for some x? Yes, you can find the x is 1. That is my satisfied. आप देखिए 2025 का क्वेश्चन है, मैं आपको सिंपल तरीकों से बता रहा हूं. फाइन. नाउ फर्स्ट टू ऑप्शन खत्म. थर्ड ऑप्शन, नाउ दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द इक्वालिटी. इधर यू कैन अप्लाई द आईवीटी और द रोल्स थ्योरम. अगर आपको आईवीटी अप्लाई करना है, क्या कंडीशन थी? एफ ऑफ ए, एफ ऑफ बी, दे मस्ट बी opposite sign, then there exists a C which lies between the A and B such that f of C is my 0. फाइन. तो क्या आपको कोई इस दो इंटरवल में, लेकिन यहाँ तो f डैश है ना, अगर आपको f डैश पे लगानी है तो क्या करना होगा? यू हैव टू प्रूव दैट f डैश A, f dash B are of opposite sign, then there exists a C such that f dash of C must be 0. Fine. So can you find the opposite intervals? So f dash, so मैं इंटरवल ले लेता हूं 0 1, 1 2 and 2 3. Fine. How you can find the derivative value? Again by using the mean value theorem. What is the f dash on the interval 0, 1? f1 fb minus fa over b minus a. f1 minus f0 minus 6 divided by 1, which is minus 6. On the interval 1, 2, what is the value of the f dash? 8 plus 2, 10 divided by 1. Now you can see they are opposite sign. Fine. So once they are opposite sign, by the intermediate value theorem, there exists some x2 belongs to the interval 0 and 2. Fine. And 0 and 2 is the part of 0, 3 such that f dash of x2 will be 0 by using intermediate value theorem. So the C is the right answer. Look at the next one. It's a f double dash. Fine. So now your target is to find the f double dash to be 0. f double dash 0 के लिए क्या करना होगा, you have to find either f double dash r of opposite sign, fine, or you have to prove that f dash at the point a, f dash अगर opposite नहीं है, if you prove that both are equal, then by the Rolle's theorem there exists some c such that, यही तो होती है ना रोल्स थ्योरम, फाइन. सो फर्स्टली आप इंटरवल चेक कर लेते हैं, सेकंड डेरिवेटिव है तो 0 और 2 का, फाइन, एंड 1 और 3 का, 2 का गैप लेके कर लेते हैं. सो व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ द एफ डैश, एफ बी 8 minus 4 divided by b minus a, so that will be 2. What is the value of the f dash, f of 3 minus f of 1 divided by 3 minus 1, so 4 divided by 2 is 2. Now you can see both the values are same, so therefore there exists one x3 belongs to 0 to 2 and 1 to 3. That means there exists the one interval between the 0 and 3, so that f double dash of x3 will be 0. Yes, this I have solved with the help of the Rolle's theorem. This is by the IIT. This is by using the mean value theorem. Okay, f is a twice differentiable function. That means f and f dash both are continuous and differentiable. F of 0, f of 2, f of 4. Can you apply the Taylor series? Definitely not. Fine. Can you apply the Rolle's theorem? Rolle's theorem will be applicable if you prove that f dash to be 0. लेकिन यहाँ पे f dash 0 नहीं कह रहा. So Rolle's theorem is not applicable. That means you have to apply the mean value theorem. Fine. So इस interval में बात करते हैं. On the interval 0,2, which is a part of 0,4, and on the 0,4 f is my continuous and differentiable, so yes, you can apply the mean value theorem. Fine. So let's start with the derivative. F of b, f of 2 minus f of 0 divided by 2 minus 0. F of 2 will be 2, f of 0 will be 1, so 1 over 2. Yes, you can find there exists a sum x called as x1 which belongs to the 0, 2, so that f dash will be 2, but he said does not exist. That option is cancelled out. Look at the next one. There exists the x2 between the 0, 2. Fine. तो इसके बीच में कैलकुलेट कर लेते हैं एक डेरिवेटिव अगेन बाय द मीन वैल्यू थ्योरम. f of 2 minus f1 divided by 2 minus 0. There exists the x3 between the 2, 4 again by the MVT. What is the value of the f dash, x3, f of 4 3 minus 2 1 b minus a. So yes, both are same. There exist the numbers. Fine. Third option is f double dash is my greater than 0. अगर ये ट्रू है तो इसका क्या मतलब हुआ, दैट मीन्स f dash is my increasing function. Fine. F dash is my increasing function, but from the second case you can see f dash x2, f dash x3 both are same, but value of the x2 is less than of the x3 because x2 is lies between 0 and 2, x3 lies between 2 and 4. So that means the second derivative will be 0 at these 2 points. Fine. That means that, but he said strictly greater than 0 for all x. That wrong. Similarly, strictly less than 0 for all x. That option is again cancelled. B is the right answer of the problem. Dear student, don't forget to like and comment on the video. Fine. And make sure you have to subscribe the channel very soon because the video will be available for the only subscriber mode within a few minutes. f is a continuous function. यहाँ सिर्फ continuous का है, differentiability नहीं का. f of 0, f of half, f attain the value 0. That means f something will be 0 at least twice. Okay. F attain the value 0. That means twice and so on. Can you apply the Rolle's theorem? No, because Rolle's theorem is applicable on the derivative. Can you apply the MVT theorem? No. Can you apply the Taylor's series? No, because the function derivative values are not given. Can you apply the IVT theorem? Yes, because IVT theorem is applicable when you want to prove f of the function will be 0. Now what is the IVT? IVT में आपको क्या चाहिए? Fine, you have to find the two numbers f of a and f of b, both are of opposite sign. Now you can see f of 0, f of half, both are my opposite sign. So there exists at least one root between 0 and half. Fine. Again you can see this value is my negative, this value is my positive. You can see yes, there exists one root lies between half and 1. So what does it implies? This implies there exist at least two roots between 0 and 1. At least two roots. तो third option क्या रहा है? At least exactly once, that cancel. He said exactly two and exactly twice. Fine. Now you can see एक और IVT का मेजर कंसेप्ट क्या होता है? Whenever there exist the roots and that roots are always odd numbers. Always the odd number. इवन नंबर में कभी भी आपको रूट्स नहीं मिलेंगे एक पर्टिकुलर इंटरवल के अंदर. फॉर एग्जांपल यहाँ पे देखिए, मान लीजिए यहाँ पे ए है, दिस इज माय बी, इस ए पे वैल्यू नेगेटिव है, फाइन, इस बी पे वैल्यू आपकी पॉजिटिव है. क्लियर? तो कैन यू फाइंड एक रूट्स आपको मिला यहाँ पे, मान लो आपको दो रूट्स मिले, तो ये दो रूट्स मिल गए आपको. आपका टारगेट है यहाँ पे पहुंचना. क्या इसको बिना क्रॉस करे पहुंच सकते हो आप? इसको क्रॉस करना ही पड़ेगा ना. So that means the three roots always the odd numbers. Fine. So exactly two आपको कभी नहीं मिलेंगे. Clear? Now इसको another way आप इसको graphically भी देख सकते हो. You can see what is the value of the f0? -1. Fine. These are the value 0. This is the value half. This is the value 1. So look at the values. F of half is my 1. F of -1. फाइन. नाउ यू कैन ड्रॉ दी ग्राफ. तो ग्राफ कैसा हो सकता है? अभी ऐसा भी हो सकता है, ऐसा भी हो सकता है, ऐसा भी हो सकता है. फाइन. कैसा भी हो सकता है ना. फंक्शन क्या बोला है? सिर्फ कंटिन्यूस बोला है, बाउंडेड तो नहीं बोला ना. इट इज नॉट गिवन एज ए बाउंडेड. एंड दिस वैल्यू विल बी माई 1. फाइन. दिस वैल्यू इज माई से 3. तो इसका मतलब क्या होगा? दिस इज द ग्राफ ऑफ द एफ एक्स. सो दैट मीन्स f of x is greater than 1 also, because nothing is given to you. Last option said -1 to 1. That option is cancelled. Now how many roots you have seen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But he said exactly 2. That option is cancelled. Exactly 1. That option is cancelled. Is the now you can see इसमें odd मिला कि even मिला? You can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fine. 7 roots are there in the interval 0, half. और half और 1 के बीच में odd numbers. So the right answer is only A is the correct answer. Okay, look at the next one. F is a function, F is a differentiable. They are talking about the x approaches 0. Whenever we are talking about the x approaches 0, I can replace sin x to be x. So your function will be a minus 2 and bx. Fine. X is strictly less than 0 and x is greater than 0. Fine. Now the function is differentiable. When the function is differentiable, that means function must be continuous. Fine. So if the function is continuous at x is 0, so what does it mean? Limit must be same. So a minus 2 will be 0, a will be 2. Now function is differentiable. Can you calculate the f dash? 0 and b. Fine. Now you can see the f b will must be 0. So A's to B will be, that is the right answer of the problem. F is a constant function such that f is a differentiable. F dash of x is less than or equal to 3/2. फाइन. ओके, कभी भी बाउंड के बारे में दे रखा हो ना, तो आप देखिए एफ डैश यहाँ पे क्या कह रहा है, फॉर ऑल एक्स बोला ना, एफ डैश इज माई कांस्टेंट फंक्शन. अगर आपका एफ डैश कांस्टेंट फंक्शन है तो एफ का ऑर्डर क्या होगा, इस पॉलिनोमियल, ऐसा ही तो कुछ होगा. फाइन. सो हाउ यू कैन फाइंड दिस ऑर्डर, इट मे बी ऑफ द ए एक्स प्लस बी फॉर्म, यही होगा ना आपके पास. क्लियर. अब आप जब भी आपके पास इनइक्वालिटी हो तो पहले इसको आप सॉल्व कर लीजिए इक्वालिटी लेके हमेशा, देन एफ विल बी, इंटीग्रेट कर दें, प्लस ए. फाइन. नाउ यू कैन यूज द एनी रिलेशंस. एफ ऑफ -1 is 1, so 1 is equal to -3/2 plus a will be 5/2. You can use this result as well, तब भी सेम ही आंसर आएगा. 7 is 9/2 plus a. You can see a is again 5/2. So your f will be 3x plus 5/2. That's over. बाकी क्या रह गया पीछे आपके पास, f of 1, 4 is the right answer. Okay, look at this next one. F is the infinitely differentiable function such that the series a j x j divided by j factorial is convergent to the fx for each x belongs to the -1 to 1. Is it okay? So the very simple is, because it is for each x, I can choose x is my 0. तो ये सीरीज क्या बन गई आपके पास, j start from 0 to infinity. So when x is equal to 0, this value will be a0. It converges to the f of 0. Fine. So can you find the value of a0? A0 will be pi/2. Anything power 0 is 1 plus pi/2 1. That is my fx. So which will be pi/2. Pi minus pi/2 is a pi. So that means f of 0 will be my pi. Fine. Or you can say f of x, because x is my 0, f of x will be my pi. Is it okay? So f of x is 0 for all x. अगर मैंने x 0 लिया, it is not satisfied. Whether f of x is the even function? Yes, f of x is pi is the even function, but लेकिन ये एक पर्टिकुलर एग्जांपल से आप टिक नहीं कर सकते आप. Whether this is the odd functions? No, this is not an odd function, so that is cancelled. F is neither odd nor even, लेकिन यहाँ तो even तो मिल ही रहा ना, तो he said nor odd, so that option, only one option is left behind. B is the right answer. स्टेटमेंट देखने में कितना कॉम्प्लेक्स लगा, और मैंने सॉल्व कितने कर दिया, 15 सेकेंड टाइम पीरियड में. इसलिए मैं आपको बार बार कह रहा हूं, इफ यू आर रियली इंटरेस्टेड यू कैन लाइक एंड कमेंट ऑन द वीडियो एज वेल. फाइन. चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करिए, तभी आप वीडियोस अच्छे से देख पाएंगे. Okay, look at this next one. F is a differentiable function satisfying f of 0 is 0, f dash of x is less than equal to m mod x. Again they said for all x. Okay, यहां से एक चीज क्या बनी, f dash कैसा फंक्शन आपके पास है, लीनियर फंक्शन, ऑर्डर ऑफ x. फाइन. तो आपके पास f कैसा होगा, f विल बी क्वाड्रेटिक होगा. फाइन. ax स्क्वायर प्लस bx प्लस c कुछ फॉर्म होगा. फाइन. तो आपका f डैश कैसा होगा आपके पास, इट कुड बी लाइक लीनियर ax प्लस b. बट f ऑफ 0 मस्ट बी 0. तो आपके पास जो f फंक्शन है वो आपका इन जनरल ax स्क्वायर प्लस bx प्लस c आपका 0 आएगा, बिकॉज f ऑफ 0 विल बी 0. फाइन. बस यही इसका आइडिया है. फर्स्ट पार्ट इज लिमिट इज कंटिन्यूस. कंटिन्यूस का क्या आइडिया था, you have to apply x approaches 0. So limit must be unique. x approaches 0, that must be unique होनी चाहिए लिमिट आपकी भी. फाइन. तो यहाँ पे लिमिट अप्लाई कर दो दोनों तरफ x की, that will be 0. Fine. And then you can see the limit of the f dash is my 0, which is my unique. Yes, the function is differentiable. Fine. Now look at the second one. f dash is differentiable. ओके किसी भी चीज को डिफरेंशियबल प्रूफ करने के लिए आपको क्या प्रूफ करते हो? एफ बी सॉरी एफ किस पॉइंट पे निकालना आपको? 0 पे. तो आप ऐसे लिखते हो एफ एक्स माइनस एफ जीरो डिवाइडेड बाय एफ. दैट विल गिव यू प्रूफ दैट एफ इज माई डिफरेंशियबल. अब आपको क्या प्रूफ करना है? एफ डैश. तो योर टारगेट्स टू प्रूफ एफ डैश इज डिफरेंशियबल, दैट मस्ट बी एफ डैश हियर. Clear? Limit x approaches 0. Now what is the value of the f dash 0? You can see from here f dash 0 will be 0. Fine. So what is the value of the fx, f dash x? So f dash x will be f dash limit. Fine. Or f dash x in journal it is of the form ax plus b f dash 0 divided by x, and clearly say limit does not exist. Why? It is a b over x. Fine. So if I choose b is any number, it is not satisfied. Fine. So limit does not exist. Clear? Now f into f dash is differentiable. और moreover आप इससे भी देख सकते हो, अगर आपको ऐसा नहीं लगा आप इससे भी देख सकते हो. नाउ यू कैन सी f dash is my 0. Fine. Now from the first case the limit is continuous, so value is my 0. It's my 0 by 0 form. I can apply the L'Hopital rule, so that will be x approaches 0 f double dash divided by 1, so that will be f double dash of 0. लेकिन second derivative की तो कोई गारंटी नहीं है ना. There is no guarantee for that. Fine. So that means f double dash 0 may exist or may not be. So that means this is not always true. आप example simple बना सकते हो आप. x cube sine 1 over x. Fine. You can see that the second derivative at the point 0 is not satisfied. Clear? Now look at the next one. f into f dash. Fine. इसकी definition यही बनेगी f into f dash of 0 divided by x. ये बनेगा ना डिफरेंशियबल लिमिट x अप्रोचेस 0. अब आप देखिए f का ऑर्डर कितना है आपका? ऑर्डर ऑफ द x स्क्वायर. फाइन. f डैश इज ऑफ द ऑर्डर x, तो f इंटू f डैश का ऑर्डर क्या होगा? ऑर्डर ऑफ द x क्यूब होगा. बट f के अंदर आपका f 0 है, आपका ax स्क्वायर प्लस bx आपका f है. दिस इज माई f डैश इज ऑफ दिस फॉर्म. तो जब आप इसको मल्टीप्लाई करोगे देयर इज नो कांस्टेंट टर्म इन्वॉल्व. कांस्टेंट टर्म तो कोई नहीं रहेगी. तो व्हेन यू सब्स्टिट्यूट हियर इट इज अ ऑर्डर ऑफ x क्यूब माइनस 0 डिवाइडेड बाय x. तो ये आपका हमेशा ही 0 को जाएगा, बिकॉज द डिग्री ऑफ द न्यूमरेटर इज ग्रेटर देन द डिग्री ऑफ द डिनोमिनेटर. तो उसकी लिमिट क्या आती है आपके पास? 0 व्हेनेवर x अप्रोचेस. तो मैं इसलिए कह रहा हूं यू मस्ट वॉच अबाउट माय दिस लेक्चर लिमिट. फाइन. आई यूज द सेम शॉर्टकट ट्रिक्स. Look at the D options. F dash square. What is the order of the F dash square? F dash is my order 2. F dash square is of order x square minus 0. Again you can see the degree of the numerator is greater than of the degree of denominator. So the limit will goes to the 0. That means your right answer is C and D are the also right answer. इस डिग्री वाले से सेकंड ऑप्शन को भी डिस्कार्ड कर सकते हो. योर f dash x. फाइन. व्हाट इज द ऑर्डर ऑफ द f dash x? व्हाट इज द ऑर्डर ऑफ द f dash x? इज अ लीनियर पॉलिनोमियल. फाइन. नाउ यू कैन सी द डिग्री ऑफ द न्यूमरेटर is not greater than of the degree of the denominator. So limit may or may not exist. Fine. So that's why this option is cancelled. So A, C and D are the right answer. Okay, look at this next one. F is a function. Again यहाँ पे डेरिवेटिव आ गया आपके पास. Fine. So I can apply function दिया हुआ है. This function is continuous. I can apply the Taylor series. What is the x plus a? That will be f of x, or instead of the a, what is the x plus h is x f dash of x plus h square by 2 factorial f double dash and so on. Fine. So let's start on the left hand side. F of 3 plus h f dash 3 plus h square by 2 factorial f double dash of 3 and so on minus f3. Again I can apply the Taylor series on the f dash. तो ये f dash पे क्या हो जाएगा, यहाँ पे f dash हो जाएगा f double dash f triple dash. It's f dash of 3 plus h into function of the h into f double dash of 3 and so on. Fine. Now you can see f3 will be cancelled out. H into f dash 3 will be cancelled out. Equate the coefficient of the f double dash 3 on the both side. H square by 2 factorial. H into h is h square over 2 factorial. Fine. So you can see, no, sorry, it's not a 2 factorial. There is no 2 factorial. So can you find the value of the theta of h? It is my half. Fine. Now you can take the limits. It is my half is the right answer. But it's a theta of h. You can see it's a function. ये फंक्शन आपका जस्ट लाइक से f of h है. ये f तो दिया हुआ मतलब g of h की तरह फंक्शन है आपके पास. y is my twice differentiable function such that y of 0 is 0, y of 1 is 0. अगर मैं थोड़ा सा देखूं y0 भी 0 है और y of 1 भी 0 है. And y double dash plus x square is less than 0 for all x. For all बोला है, I can choose x is my 0. तो वैल्यू कितनी आ गई? y double dash 0 plus 0 is less than 0. Fine. 0 I can written as, so क्या मतलब है इसका? Whenever the second derivative is less than 0, the function is my concave, and because it's a strictly less than, so I call as strictly concave. फाइन. तो अगर कंकेव है तो आपका ग्राफ क्या होगा? रिवर्स ऑफ द यू. इज इट ओके? नाउ यू कैन सी दैट once is a concave, y dash is greater than 0, satisfied. Y of x is less than 0, which is not possible because concave will always give you the maximum point. अगर आपका ग्राफ ऐसा बन जाता then you will get the minimum point. Fine. But the concave function always give you the maximum point. फाइन. और ये 0 को आप क्या लिख सकते हो? आप y of 0 लिख सकता हूं ना मैं. सो इससे ये भी मिल गया आपको, 0 इज द मैक्सिमम पॉइंट. और y of 1 भी लिख सकते हो, 0 and 1 are the maximum points. Y of x is 0 exactly once in the open interval. You can see it's a strictly concave. Fine. It's a strictly concave. तो इसका मतलब ये कभी भी बीच में 0 नहीं है. Can never be more than 1. Can never be. Only right answer is A is the correct answer of the problem. अभी से थक गए? अभी तो सिर्फ 10 एग्जांपल्स हुई हैं. नेक्स्ट 40 एग्जांपल्स आर स्टिल पेंडिंग इन दिस वीडियो. फाइन. Okay, there's a same shortcut tricks that I mentioned in our last lectures of the continuity and differentiability. What is a n into x raised to power n fx into dx from 0 to 1, which is my f1, and the limit n approaches infinity 1 to 0 fx dx, it will be 0. Now if you open this bracket, it will be xn fx प्लस, ये तो शॉर्टकट ट्रिक्स बताई थी आपको. इसका आंसर कितना हो गया? 0. दिस आंसर विल बी f of 1 and is equal to f1 is the right answer. 15 सेकंड से ज्यादा समय नहीं लेते कभी भी सॉल्व करने में. f is my infinitely differentiable functions such that f double dash has exactly two distinct zeros, that means the roots. इसका मतलब f डैश जो आपका ऑर्डर क्या हो गया इसका एक्स स्क्वायर हो जाएगा और आपको चाहिए f एंड f डैश। तो देखिए f डैश अगर आपके पास एक्स स्क्वायर की पॉलिनोमियल है, व्हाट इज द डिग्री ऑफ द f डैश, एक्स क्यूब की हो जाएगी। व्हाट इज द डिग्री ऑफ द फंक्शन f, एक्स की पावर 4 की हो जाएगी। फाइन, दिस हैज एग्जैक्टली टू रूट्स। फाइन, देन इसके अंदर कितने रूट्स हो जाएंगे, 3 रूट्स। फाइन, इसके अंदर कितने रूट्स हो जाएंगे, 4 रूट्स। सो दैट 3 रूट्स आर एट मोस्ट, बिकॉज पॉलिनोमियल की डिग्री क्या है, 3 रूट्स है। फाइन, और एंड इसके अंदर एट मोस्ट। नाउ लुक एट दैट, f dash has at most 3 distinct roots. Fine, f dash has at least one zero. They are talking about the at most. F has at most 3 distinct root, but f has at most 4 distinct root. F has at least 2 distinct zeros, at least. Now what is the at least? If f is a polynomial of degree 4, find how many roots may have. How many roots may have on the real? It may have no roots, like x4 plus 1. How many roots of the polynomial f over the r? They have the no real roots. So that means how many real roots you have for the any polynomial? At least 0. Fine. So at least 2. It may or may not be. It may or may not be. लेकिन डिस्कार्ड करने में तो काम आ जाएगा आपका. At least 1 0 may or may not be. So the right answer is only A is the correct answer of the problem. F is a differentiable function such that f of 0 will be 0. तो देखो फिर से वही वाले, ये तो रही के सच लेने ना किसी भी एग्जांपल में। पॉलिनोमियल कोई ले लो आप, एक्सपोनेंशियल ले लो, साइन ले लो, कोसाइन ले लो एंड सो ऑन। फाइन, इन्हीं 5 से सॉल्व करना रही गया ना पिछले। यू कैन थिंक अबाउट दिस एग्जांपल विद द हेल्प ऑफ पॉलिनोमियल्स टू। एफ ऑफ 0 विल बी 0, तो ये तो नहीं होगा, ये भी नहीं होगा, कोसाइन नहीं होगा, साइन विल बी देयर, एक्स एंड एक्स स्क्वायर। फाइन, now you can choose any fx out of these 3 so that f dash x lies between 1 and 2. I can choose. Fine, ये satisfied हो गया इसको, it is also satisfied. Now over the r, is it a periodic? F has at least 1 0. F has at least 1 0, so it may possible. It's increasing and bounded, but it is not bounded, it's unbounded. That option is cancelled. It is unbounded. Okay, fine. F has at least 1 0. Can you think about any other examples out of this case has at least 1 0 जो इसको satisfy कर जाए? How you can think about the function? कोई सिंपल सी एग्जांपल ले ले, कोई f of 0, f dash. So can you make the example which is either as a bounded or has at least 1 0? Oh, sorry. This is an open interval 0, 1. So what is the root of this f of x on the open interval? There is no root because the only root is my 0. Fine. But it does not belong to the open interval. You can see it's an open interval. So that means there is no root. But he said there is a 1 root. So C option is also cancelled. The left behind that is the right answer of the problem. Fine. अब यहां से sin x is not satisfied. अगर आप sin x लोगे, it's satisfied my initial condition, but does it satisfy this condition? No. So इसमें sin x will not be said, only the polynomial function will be satisfied. चलिए look at the next one. F is a differentiable function such that increasing, decreasing and so on. Again, I can choose out of these 5 functions, e raised to power x, sine or cosine. Fine. F dash less than 0, so constant can never be chosen. f into f dash is less than 0, so I can never choose x. फाइन. ऐसा कौन सा फंक्शन है जिसका डेरिवेटिव भी सेम होता है, e की पावर x. फाइन. But since we need a less than 0, I can choose and the number is negative. Fine. Now what is the f dash? F dash is minus e raised to power minus x. Fine. Now it satisfies my this property. F into f dash is less than 0. Now, can you say f is my increasing? No. Why? Because you can see f dash is minus e raised to power minus x, which is always less than 0. F is increasing, cancel. Is the f is decreasing? Yes, but based on the counter example, you can never correct the option. What is the mod of f? Mod of f is again e raised to power minus x, and it is my not increasing. Fine. So the C option is also cancelled. Mod of x is a decreasing, which is again not satisfied. Now another example for the discard mod f. Okay, now you can think about the function f and mod f. दोनों में डिफरेंस क्या होता है? अगर मैं इसके साथ एक कांस्टेंट लगा दूं नेगेटिव के साथ. फाइन. तो व्हाट इज द एफ डैश? एफ डैश इज माय 2 into e raised to power minus x. Again, f into f dash will be satisfied. Fine. But you can see whether it's a decreasing. What is the f dash? It's my plus 2 e raised to power minus plus 2 e raised to power. Sorry, f. Yes, f dash. This is my decreasing or increasing. This is always a positive. Fine, that number is my always greater than 0. And but what is the mode of f? Mode of f is my 2 e raised to power minus x. Fine. So that is always increasing, but he said decreasing. So the only left option is D is my right answer. And you can see why, because you can see that function f is my decreasing. So the right answer is D is the correct option. हमेशा ये 5 एग्जांपल्स याद रखिए. सेम एग्जांपल यू कैन यूज फॉर द लिमिट lecture, same examples I can use for the continuity lectures, same lecture I can use for the differentiability lectures, and you will be very surprising to hear about that. I will use the same examples for the complex analysis as well. Fine. You can go to my YouTube channel, fine, and watch about my playlist, IIT Jams, GATE, and the CSIR net. Watch the videos related to the complex number. You can see I had used the same functions to discard the options. F is a twice differentiable functions. That means f dash are my continuous as well as differentiable, but f double dash, it may or may not be. Then which of the following statement is or are necessarily true? Fine. Now look at the first option. He said f double dash is my continuous. Is it a true? No. You can choose x square sine 1 over x. Fine. Now you can see what is the f dash? 2x sine 1 over x minus derivative of sine will be cos 1 over x. Fine. It's a continuous, so I can choose instead of the x, it's a x cube. Fine. It's a 3x square and minus of x. It's a continuous function, limits of there. Now you can check about the second derivative. जैसे इसका second derivative करोगे आप, इसका derivative क्या आ जाएगा? एक टर्म आ जाएगी ना अकेली, cos 1 over x, and that function is not continuous. Because आपको क्या रूल बताया था मैंने कंटिन्यूस लेक्चर में? ये फंक्शन कंटिन्यूस कब होता है? Whenever m and n both are my ग्रेटर देन 0. लेकिन इसका कोफिशिएंट तो आपके पास 1 आ गया ना, ऊपर 0 आ गया, इसका 1 हो गया, दैट इज नॉट कंटिन्यूस. फाइन. चलिए लुक एट दिस नेक्स्ट वन. f डैश 0, कौन सा रिजल्ट आपको काम आएगा? f डैश आ गया आपके पास. So once is f dash, either you can apply the Rolle's theorem or MVT theorem. When both are same, जब दोनों सेम है, find whether they are opposite sign. Now they are same. Once they are same, you can apply the Rolle's theorem. Fine. Mean value theorem कब apply करती है? When they are not equal to 0 or they are not same. Once they are same, then there exists some numbers x lies between 0 and 1 such that f double dash of x will be 0 provided f dash must be continuous और वो आपको दिया ही हुआ है f dash is continuous and differentiable so yes this condition is satisfied. Fine. F dash is bounded on the intervals 8, 10. F dash. Fine. Look at that. F dash is my continuous on R. It is given that if f is continuous on the R, f is continuous on the 8, 10 also. Fine. If f dash is continuous and this interval is my closed and bounded. Fine. That is a compact set. F is continuous on the closed interval. That implies f dash is my bounded. Fine. So the C option is also correct. We all know if the function is continuous and the interval is my closed, that implies function is bounded. Fine. But on the other hand, if my interval is open or it's a semi-open or semi-closed, then the function may or may not be bounded. Fine. So and the same thing are here. Function is bounded on the open interval. Open की कोई guarantee नहीं है. Okay. Again, you can think about the example of the x cube sine 1 by x. Fine. Same example पे ये discard फिर हो जाएगा. Okay. Look at the next one. F is a function such that तो ये function ये similar kind of the question I already explained in the continuity lecture. Fine. So that you can watch it here. I can solve it quickly. I can divide it both sides by mod of x minus y whole square. So the left hand side becomes fx minus fy divided by x minus y whole square is less than equal to x minus y. Then take the limit as x approaches y. The left hand side becomes f dash of x whole square is less than equal to 1. So what does it mean? F dash क्या हो गया आपके पास कांस्टेंट फंक्शन. फाइन. तो f कैसा मिलेगा आपके पास? f will be my linear function. Fine. अगर f is a linear function, every linear function is differentiable. Correct. Every linear function is a twice differentiable as well. But he said not twice differentiable. Every linear function is a thrice differentiable as well. But he said not thrice. Every differentiable function is every linear function is infinite differentiable. A and D are the right answer of the problem. Okay, look at the next one. Again, it's a similar. I can divide by fx. I can divide x minus y on the both side. Find mod of x minus y. That will be 5 into x minus y raised to power 1 by 2. Take the limit as x approaches y. So you will get f dash of x is less than equal to 0. Fine. As x, so that means f dash of x must be 0. So once f dash of x will be 0, what is f of x? That is my constant number. And you know f of 2 will be 2. That means your function will be f of x is 2. So what is your gx? G of x will be my twice x cube and your target is to find the values at the point 2. So a2 is 16. Where is the mistake? कहीं कुछ गलत हुआ है. 5 divided by x is a 0. F dash will be 0. F will be by a. Fine. And then f of 2 will be 2. So a will be my 2. 2 into, sorry, it's a g dash. It's a g dash. Then what is the value of the g dash is? 6x square. So the answer is 6 into 4. 24 is the right answer of the problem. Okay, look at this next one. U is my twice continuously differentiable functions. Suppose u double dash is my here. Then okay, टेलर सीरीज भी लगा सकते हो आप ना. यहाँ पे u of 0 पे दिया हुआ है, u dash 0 पे भी दिया हुआ है. फाइन. फाइन. ग्रेटर देन 0 है, कुछ भी नंबर एज्यूम कर सकते हैं 1 and 2. Then u and u dash is my monotonically increasing. मोनोटोनिकली इंक्रीजिंग के लिए क्या प्रूफ करना होगा? डेरिवेटिव मस्ट बी ग्रेटर देन 0. This is your target. Fine. So look at the left hand side. So differentiate them. U into u double dash plus u dash square. So u की वैल्यू फिल करो यहाँ पे, u double dash की वैल्यू, that will be u square over 1 plus x square plus u dash square. Now clearly say this number is always a positive, this number is always a positive, and both are my strictly greater than 0. That means yes, the first statement is my true statement. So the first is my false, both are false. So A and C options are directly cancel out. Now look at the second option, the U is monotonically increasing. तो इसके लिए आपका टारगेट क्या है? U dash must be greater than 0. Fine. U dash must be greater than 0 on 0 comma infinity. How you can think about the U dash? Again, a very simple. Fine. Now you can see what is your U dash. U dash, your target is to prove U dash X. Okay. You can, okay, I can apply the Taylor series. What is the U on the U? That will be U of 0 plus U dash of 0 into X. Fine, it's a twice differentiable only. So I can say U double dash of 0 into X square divided by 2 factorial. Fine, I prove that U double dash, okay, U of 0 is greater than 0. U dash 0 is greater than 0. Fine. So 0 into X is greater than 0. That number will be U double dash of 0 divided by 2 into X square. That number will be greater than 0. No, yes. That number is my U of X. Now you can differentiate them. Your target is to prove the, what is the U dash? 2 will be cancelled out. X, U double dash 0. Because X is my strictly positive. That means this number is my greater than 0. Yes, this statement is also my correct statement. Fine. So therefore, you can say both are my true statement. Fine. Is it okay? Another way, one more way, you can see from the given function, because u of 0, so I can say u double dash of 0, it will be u of 0 divided by 1, which is my greater than 0. Fine. Then you can look about this, u double dash of x is greater than 0. Fine. So what does it means? That means u dash is my increasing function. फाइन, अगर किसी का u dash of 0 is my increasing function. Fine, u dash of 0 is my increasing function. So that means I can say, fine, so that means u dash is my positive. So u dash is positive means u is my increasing function. A and B are infinitely differentiable functions. तो आपको एक x f ले लो, इसमें से कोई भी लेना चाहते हो आप, choice on you. So I can choose f is my constant function. तो लेफ्ट हैंड साइड क्या बन गई आपकी 1 minus 1 and what is the derivative 0. So 0 is equal to 0, satisfied. So your f is my 1. तो देखते हैं कितने ऑप्शन डिस्कार्ड होते हैं. f is a linear function, it is not a linear. f is not a polynomial but it's a polynomial. f is a polynomial of greater than 2. f is a polynomial of less than equal to 2. बच्चों दिस इज द रामबाग आपके लिए. फाइन, ये 5 एग्जांपल से आप हर ऑप्शन को डिस्कार्ड करते जाइए, जो बचेगा पीछे वो आपका आंसर है. आप कमेंट नहीं ना करें आप वीडियो पे भी, दैट्स व्हाई आप सीखते नहीं हो. आप अगर आप डिस्कशन करोगे, यू कैन सेंड अ कमेंट, लोग आपके कमेंट करेंगे, डिस्कशन करेंगे, देन यू विल लर्न मोर एंड मोर. फाइन. Okay, look at that. X approaches 0, differentiable continuous are there. X approaches 0, but 1 over x is not approaches 0. तो इसका मतलब I can never write 1 over x to be 1 over x. So look at the f. F will be x4, twice of x4 plus x4 sine 1 over x. Firstly, we will see whether it's a differentiable. This is my polynomial. Yes, the function is differentiable. Is it differentiable? Yes, it is differentiable because 4 is greater than 1. So hence the function is differentiable at 0. Whether it's a monotonic, monotonic means whether it's increasing or decreasing. But we all know sine 1 over x is my oscillating. Fine. And once it's oscillating, f dash can never be greater than 0 for all x. F can never be less than 0 for all x. It is my oscillating nature. So B option cancel. Whether it is minimum. What is the meaning of the minimum? Minimum attained at 0. So can you find the value of the f of 0? Because the function is differentiable at 0 and the value is occurring at 0. So that means 0 plus 0. So when the f is attained at minimum 0, if you prove that f of 0 is less than of the f of x, then you can say 0 is my minimum point. And that's very simple. x4 is always a positive number. It is always a positive number. That number is always greater than 0, as well equal to 0 also. That means f of x is always greater than or equal to f of 0. Yes, f attained the minimum at the point 0. F of x is greater than for all x. That's wrong. ये x cube कब आ सकता है यहाँ पे? X cube तभी आ सकता है if you replace sine 1 over x to be 1 over x, but that is possible only when x approaches 0. But he said for all. So if you choose x is my 100, then 1 over x goes to the 0 fine. But if you choose x is my 1, then x can never goes to the 0. So therefore, तो आप f of 1 ही निकाल लो. Fine, it can never be greater than of 2x4 plus x cube. Right answers are A and C are the correct options. Look at the next one. F is a functions. Your target is to find the f double dash. So firstly, we can find the f dash. F dash कितना हो जाएगा इसका? fx. Fine. And then what is the f double dash? F double dash will be f dash of x. So your target is to find the values of the f dash at the point 0. What is the f of t? I can open that. It's a t cube plus 1 over 5 t cube cos log of e t4. Fine. Now you can see this function is my bounded. Fine. And if you find the derivative, because your target is to find the derivative, this function is my bounded. Fine. इसका derivative कितना आएगा? 3t square. So that will goes to the 0. Is it okay? इसका derivative कहाँ जाएगा? 3t square पे at the point 0 again goes to the 0. So f dash at the point 0 goes to the 0. So yes, A is the right answer of the problem. Look at the next one. Fx is defined as this number L. Limit x approaches 0 negative fx and R limit. अब यहाँ पे देखिए 0 पे नहीं पूछ रहा आपसे. They are not asking you about the exact 0. अगर exact 0 पे पूछता तो आप इसको continuous और discontinuous by using the same rule बता सकते थे आप. फाइन. अगर आप सिंपल एक्स पे देखते हैं, इसको मैं क्या लिख सकता हूं पहले? इट इज 1 प्लस मोड ऑफ एक्स 1 over x plus 1 into sine 1 over x. So is the function is continuous at the point 0? Is the function f is continuous? Answer is no. Why? Because जब आप इसकी ब्रैकेट खोलोगे, you can see the term is sine 1 over x. Fine. तो 1 over x है, इसका मतलब the function is not continuous. Because यहाँ पे x की पावर कितनी आ गई? 0. And 0 is not greater than 0. तो अगर फंक्शन कंटिन्यूस नहीं है, इसका मतलब दोनों लिमिट्स बराबर तो कभी नहीं आएंगी. फाइन. नाउ वी कैन सी व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ द 0 नेगेटिव. x, I can choose as x to be 0 minus h. So limit h approaches 0 of the fx, यहाँ पे fill करते हैं, that will be 1. Mode of 0 minus h is a h, it will be minus 1 over h plus 1 into sine minus 1 over h. So if you open this bracket, 1 will be cancelled, so that limit will be limit h approaches 0 minus h sine of 1 over h, and that will be 0. Function is continuous, 1 and 1. So L exists. Fine. B and D options are cancelled. Similarly, for 0 positive, I can substitute as a 0 plus h, limit h approaches 0. So it's a 1 over h, it's a h, h and h will be cancelled. 1 plus 1, 2 plus h into sine 1 over h. So clearly say the limit does not exist. Why? Because the first term आप देखिए, जैसे खोलोगे ब्रैकेट यही फॉर्म का बन जाएगा ना आपका 2 sin 1 by x, and limit does not exist for the 2 sin 1 over x. So the R does not exist. C option cancel. A is the right answer. Okay, the function is continuous, differentiable or not. तो पहले ब्रैकेट खोल देते हैं, x plus x raised to power 1 plus alpha sine ln of x square, fine, and 0. x is non-zero and so on. यहाँ पे साइन आ गया, क्या रूल था आपके पास? फाइन. ये कब आपके पास कंटिन्यूस होता है? whenever m is greater than 0, n is my greater than 0. तो पहले m पे रूल लगा देते हैं. That means 1 plus alpha must be greater than 0. Alpha must be greater than of minus 1. तो alpha की वैल्यू minus 1 से बड़ी होनी चाहिए. तो लास्ट ऑप्शन आपका कंटिन्यूस ही नहीं है. Alpha is greater than minus 1. Continuous yes, continuous yes, continuous yes. Fine. Differentiable कब होना चाहिए? Whenever m is greater than of n. यही होना चाहिए. तो यहाँ पे तो n की वैल्यू कितनी है आपकी? 0 है. Fine. So that means 1 plus alpha, no sorry, ये x भी तो है ना आपके साथ में. Now आप डिफरेंशियबिलिटी की डेफिनेशन लगा दो. What is the differentiability is? f of x minus f0 divided by x. तो f0 is 0, fx divided by x, so it is a 1 plus x raised to power alpha sine of ln of x square. Fine, because this function is my bounded है ना ये. तो ये function differentiable कब होगा? Whenever alpha must be greater than 0. Fine. So alpha is greater than minus 1. Function is continuous. Alpha greater than 0. Function is differentiable. तो common क्या बन गया आपके पास? That means alpha is greater than 0. Function is continuous as well as differentiable. तो लेकिन फर्स्ट पार्ट देखिए, अल्फा 0 पे तो आपका डिफरेंशिएबल ही नहीं है. अल्फा ग्रेटर देन 0 फंक्शन इज कंटिन्यूस एंड डिफरेंशिएबल. अल्फा लेस देन 0 फंक्शन इज नॉट डिफरेंशिएबल. So the right answer is only B is the right answer. F is a differentiable functions, then which of the following statements are true? पहले तो डिस्कार्ड के लिए देख लेते हैं, इनमें से कोई ऑप्शन आपके पास डिस्कार्ड होता है कि नहीं. So let's start with the F is 1. F dash is 1 satisfied? No sorry, F dash is greater than 0. तो ये तो एग्जाम्पल इसके लिए नहीं सेटिस्फाइड हुई. F is increasing in the A comma B. Fine. Yes. Every constant function is my increasing function. Then f dash is greater than 0. Wrong. What is my f dash? F dash is my 0. But equality नहीं है ना यहाँ पे. अगर equality होती then it is possible. तो यहाँ से ऑप्शन कैंसिल हो गया. F dash is greater than 0 नहीं satisfied हुआ. Again it is not satisfied. Fine. Now look at that. F dash is greater than 0. What does it means? F is increasing. Fine. So first option is the correct option. Second, if f is increasing, that implies f dash is greater than equal to 0. लेकिन यहाँ तो equality नहीं दी ना इन्होंने. That's why this option is cancelled. Look at the third one. If f dash x naught is greater than 0. What does it means? Limit x approaches x naught, fx minus x naught divided by x minus x naught is positive. Fine. What does it means? F of x greater than x naught provided x lies between, इसका इंटरवल ले लो ना, x नोट का इंटरवल ले लो आप कोई भी, तो x नोट एंड x नोट जैसे इस स्टेटमेंट में बोला है डेल्टा. यस इट इज सेटिस्फाइड. f डैश इज ग्रेटर देन 0 फॉर सम x नोट. फाइन. मतलब जैसे ये आपका x नोट है, इसका कोई एक इंटरवल ले लिया a और b. फाइन. जो भी आपके पास है. देन f इज इंक्रीजिंग इन द नेबरहुड. अब नेबरहुड ऑफ द x नोट, इसका नेबरहुड ये ले लेते हैं. ओके. जब भी नेबरहुड है तो एक पॉइंट ले लो ना आप इजिली. ए और बी ले लेते हैं 1 एंड -1, जिससे क्या होगा 0 आ जाएगा ना बीच में. दिस इज माई ए, दिस इज माई बी, और एक्स नोट को मैं 0 ले लेता हूं. फाइन. दिस इज माई एक्स नोट, दिस इज ए. इसका कोई एक नेबरहुड ले लो. फाइन. और फंक्शन वही ले लो आप, एक्स स्क्वायर साइन 1 ओवर एक्स. फाइन. इसका डेरिवेटिव ग्रेटर देन 0 आएगा हमेशा. फाइन. और आप एक्स क्यूब ले लो. फाइन. x4 ले लो, कुछ भी ले लो, लेकिन इसके नेबरहुड में जैसे इसका डेरिवेटिव करोगे दैट इज नॉट डिफाइंड. जैसे आपने एक्स स्क्वायर साइन 1 ओवर एक्स लिया. फाइन. इसका डेरिवेटिव कितना आया? 2x साइन 1 ओवर एक्स माइनस कोस 1 ओवर एक्स. क्लियरली से दिस फंक्शन इज नॉट इंक्रीजिंग. ये ऑसिलेटिंग हो गया ना आपके पास. Not increasing because cos 1 by x is an oscillating function, but he said increasing. That option is cancelled. तो यहाँ पे कह रहा है for some x naught, तो yes you can choose x is my -1 to 1 के बीच में कोई भी एक ले लो, या इसकी रेंज बढ़ा दो आप, -4 से +4 कर दो, -4 से 41 ले लो. whenever x is 10 ये बाउंडेड फंक्शन की वजह से बाहर हो जाएगा. Okay, look at the next one. Again is a twice differentiable. y of 0, y dash 0. टेलर सीरीज लगा सकते हो आप, बिल्कुल लगा सकते हैं. फाइन. सो y of x विल बी y of 0 प्लस x इंटू y dash 0. ट्वाइस डिफरेंशिएबल है तो सिर्फ सेकेंड ऑर्डर तक लिख सकते हो आप. फाइन. f of 0 इज माई -1, y dash of 0 इज 0. व्हाट इज अ y dash of 0? यहां से निकाल लो. y dash 0 is 2 plus 1, that is 3. 3 over 2 x square. Fine. Now you can see this function is my quadratic, has exactly one root. चलो बाहर. Exactly 2 roots. Fine. More than 2 roots. Wrong. There exists the x naught such that y of x naught is greater than. That means x naught is my maximum point. यही मतलब हुआ. अब यहां से देख लेते हैं. माइनस ये फंक्शन क्या है आपका? दिस इज माई कन्वेक्स फंक्शन. फाइन. बिकॉज एक्स स्क्वायर आ गया, इट्स अ कन्वेक्स फंक्शन, और कन्वेक्स फंक्शन ऑलवेज गिव द मिनिमम पॉइंट, बट या तो मैक्सिमम पॉइंट है. दैट ऑप्शन इज कैंसल. अदरवाइज यू कैन सब्सटीट्यूट द वाई ऑफ एक्स नॉट 3 over 2 x naught square which is greater than equal to -1 plus 3 over 2 x naught. x sorry, right hand side is my x, y of x है ना आपका. फाइन. -1 will be cancelled, 3 by 2 will be cancelled, x naught square is greater than or equal to x square. So can you find the value of the x naught? Either it is greater than x or minus of x naught is fine. लेकिन x r से है, तो अगर मैं x की वैल्यू को इन्फिनिटी तक ले जाऊं तो x naught से ऊपर कभी कोई मिलेगा ही नहीं नंबर आपको. So that option is cancelled. B option is the right answer. But easiest way is you can see this function is my convex function. Convex function always give you the minimum point, लेकिन यहाँ पे आपको maximum मिल रहा है. Okay, f alpha is lies between 0 and 1, the number of the differentiable functions, so that y dash, fine, y of 0 is my 0. अगेन वेरी सिंपल. सबसे पहले इसकी लिप्सिस कंडीशन चेक कर लो, तभी सॉल्यूशन पता लगेगा. आप इसके लिए इनिशियल वैल्यू प्रॉब्लम का लेक्चर सुनिए. यू कैन वॉच अबाउट माय लेक्चर ऑन द इनिशियल वैल्यू प्रॉब्लम. have you find that you can see the differential equation. Fine. You have watched this lecture of the initial value problem, then you can get the result. What is the partial derivative with respect to y? Alpha over y 1 minus alpha. At the point of the 0, this is my unbounded. Fine. Once it's unbounded, that means unique solution may or may not be exist. Fine. बच्चों अगर आपको दिमाग में आओ, this similar question is asked in the CSIR net 2025 recent year December 2025. स्टेटमेंट थोड़ी बदल दी गई, आप चेक कर लो मेरे उस पे. तो अगर यूनिक सोल्यूशन मे और मे नोट है तो कैसे निकालते हो आप? बाय यूजिंग द पिकार्ड्स थ्योरम. व्हाट इज द पिकार्ड्स थ्योरम? इज y of x is y नॉट प्लस एट द पॉइंट x फंक्शन ऑफ जो भी आपके पास गिवन है. फाइन. नाउ लेट्स सब्स्टिट्यूट y नॉट 0, x नॉट 0. व्हाट इज द f is y. फाइन. अगर मैं इनिशियल पॉइंट पे सब्स्टिट्यूशन करूं तो कितनी वैल्यू आ गई इसकी? 0. यहां पे y 0 है तो व्हाट इज द y is 0 is 0. आंसर इज 0. फाइन. सो दैट मीन्स एक ही सोल्यूशन मिलेगा, दैट इज माई 0 सोल्यूशन. सो हाउ मेनी डिफरेंशिएबल फंक्शन यू कैन सी? बिकॉज देयर इज ओनली वन फंक्शन, सो दैट इज एग्जैक्टली 1 इज द राइट आंसर ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम. Okay, f is defined as second derivative exists or not. When the second derivative exists, that means f and f dash must be continuous. तो पहले f continuous कब होगा? When the limit of the f at the point 0 negative, limit x approaches 0 positive, it must be f of 0. So what is that 0 negative? A square, a cube, and 0 will be again a square. If you solve them, you will get a square is common, 1 minus a. A will be either 0 or 1. Fine. एक तो क्लियर हुआ यहां से, a will be either 0 or 1. Fine. Now you can calculate the f dash. Twice x plus a, thrice x plus a whole square. X less than 0, greater than 0. Again, it must be continuous. Fine. At the point 0, so that will be 2 of a, it will be 3 of a square. So do you get any value? That means only a is equal to 0 will be satisfied. Fine. Now we can see whether the f double dash, so इसका मतलब 1 तो नहीं होगा. Now you can find the f double dash. F double dash will be 2x and it is 6 into x plus a. A will be 0. X is less than 0, x is greater than 0. Now at the point 0, the function 0, that is my existence. No, sorry, it's not a 2x, it's my 2. Fine. So now at the point 0, its upper limit, lower limit is 2, upper limit will be 0. So 2 is not 0. That means the function is not existence. Fine. So does not exist. Fine. For any values. So यहाँ तो एक ही वैल्यू मिली ना आपको a, because 1 तो कैंसिल हो गया. Does not exist for any value of the a. That is a is equal to 0. F is a twice differentiable functions. कुछ भी ले लेते हैं. g of x is my x square. तो आपका फंक्शन क्या बन गया? g of y plus x into 2y. Now look at the first option. Partial derivative with respect to x, 2y. Y, partial derivative with respect to y, and then with respect to x. That is my 2, which is equal to partial derivative with respect to y. 2y plus 2x. Not satisfied. Partial derivative with respect to y, 2y plus 2x plus y into 2. Partial derivative of the x, again not satisfied. Fine. Look at the next one. Third option, partial derivative with respect to x plus x into partial derivative with respect to y and then with respect to x, which is equal to partial derivative with respect to y. Fourth option, partial derivative with respect to y plus x into 2 partial derivative with respect to x. So clearly say they are not satisfied. C is the right answer of the problem. देखिए आसान तरीकों से करिए हमेशा, 15 सेकंड से ज्यादा समय मत लीजिए सॉल्व करने के लिए. 15 सेकंड तभी लगेंगे इफ यू डू द मोर एंड मोर प्रैक्टिस. f is a differentiable functions such that f of dash is my x. इनमें से कुछ बनता है आपके लिए. Any of the fx will satisfy this condition. So that means f of x will be e raised to power x. Satisfied होगी ये condition. Fine. Then e raised to power alpha x, e raised to power beta x are the solution of the differential equation. तो ये complementary function हो गया. So I can substitute there. So 4 alpha square minus p alpha plus 3 is equal to 0. 4 beta square minus p beta plus 3 is equal to 0. Such that e raised to power alpha x, e raised to power beta x, which is equal to e raised to power 2x. What does it implies? Alpha plus beta will be 2 and e raised to power alpha x minus e raised to power beta x is a e raised to power x, which implies alpha minus beta is equal to 1. Then your target is to find the value of p. So can you find the value of the alpha and beta? You can add them. Fine. If you subtract them, fine. So I can substitute any values, any of the equations. So I can substitute the value of the beta, that's quite easy. So it's a 4 by 4 1 minus p over 2 plus 3. So that means p will be 8 is the right answer of the problem. Fine. Look at another one. F is a functions. Define the capital F of 0. Capital Fx is defined. Capital F is differentiable at x is equal to 1. क्या ये सही होगा? डिफरेंशियबल होने के लिए सबसे पहले इसको क्या चेक करना पड़ेगा हमें? द फंक्शन मस्ट बी, yes, must be continuous. So firstly we will see whether f is a continuous at x equal to 1 or not. Lower limit is 0, upper limit is e minus e, that's a 0. So yes, f is a continuous. So once f is continuous, what is the value of the f dash? So you can see f dash will be nothing but small fx. So what is the value of the f of 1? 1 will be 0. Yes, first satisfied. F is differentiable at 2. So you can see at the point 2, it is e raised to power 4 minus e, and from the lower limit, e raised to power 4 plus 1. Both are not same. That means the function is not continuous at x is equal to 2. That means the function is not differentiable at x is equal to 2. Function is differentiable. Function is not continuous, but the function is continuous at 1. So the right answer is A is the right answer of the problem. If f of 0 is 1, fine. Derivative दिया हुआ है. I can find the value of the f dash 0. F of 0 is greater than 1. What is the f double dash 0? What is the f double dash? Is greater than of the f1. Fine. Is greater than of the f and so on. So I can apply the Taylor series. F of 0 plus x into f dash 0 plus x square by 2 f double dash 0 and so on. And your target is to find the values at the 1. F of 0 is 1 plus f dash 0. F dash 0 is my greater than 1. So that number is greater than x is 1 is a greater than 1 plus 1 over 2. Okay. Instead of the, I can write in the terms of the x firstly. That quite easy. 1 plus x square by 2 factorial and so on. What is that? This is e raised to power x. That means your fx will be greater than e raised to power x. So what is the f of 1? F of 1 will be greater than of e. So that is that D is the right answer of the problem. F is a continuous function such that x plus 0 to infinity f into dt is e raised to power x minus 1 for all x. Then the interval are there. You can differentiate with respect to x. 1 plus fx, which is e raised to power x. So that means fx will be e raised to power x minus 1. Now it is given that fx lies between 1 and 2. That means e raised to power x minus 1 lies between 1 and 2. So 2 is lies between e raised to power x lies between 2 and 3. So if you take the logarithm, x lies between log 2 and log 3. So A is the right answer of the problem. F of x is more, h is my g of x square. Can you find the value of the h? H of x square. Cos is always be an even function. Fine. तो यहाँ तो मॉडुलस का कोई काम ही नहीं है. I can simply write pi minus x square plus x minus pi and sine of, जैसी x square होगा मोड भी खत्म हो जाएगा, that is x square. Fine. Then h is not differentiable. Cos is my differentiable function. Polynomial is my differentiable. Sine is my differentiable. Yes, h is my differentiable. But he said not. Fine. What is the value of the cos pi minus? It's a minus of cos x square. Fine. Plus x minus pi sine of x square. This is my h. Is it okay? Now you can see h dash 0. H dash is my 0. So can you find the, okay, either you can apply the Rolle's theorem, either you can apply the IIT theorem, or you can find the derivative and then check the result. It's a 2x sine x square plus 1 into sine x square plus 2 into x minus pi cos of x square. Fine. Now you can see at the root pi, this number will be 0, this number will be 0, and sorry, it is x square. तो अगर यहाँ x square होगा तो डेरिवेटिव चेंज हो गया, it will be my 2x. Fine. This number is also 0. So that means h dash I by root pi is my 0. Clear? Again you can see this function is my even function. हर जगह पे x डबल ही है ना. So what is the meaning of that? If h dash of root pi is my 0, that means h dash of minus root pi is also 0. अगर दो पॉइंट पे फंक्शन वैल्यू सेम आ गई, then we can apply the Rolle's theorem. That implies h double dash of some point is also 0. I call as I say c, where c is lies between minus root pi to plus root pi, and you can see both are the subset of the minus pi to plus pi. Fine. So yes, by using the Rolle's theorem, we can correct the third options. There exists the x naught lies between minus pi to pi such that h of x naught is equal to x. Can you say ये कैसे होगा आपके पास? Look at that. यहां तक चाहिए मेरे को. I can define the one function, say capital Hx, which is h of x minus x. If I prove that capital Hx is my 0, तो ये फंक्शन हो जाएगा, which is basically called as a fixed point. Fine. तो जीरो करने के लिए कौन सा रिजल्ट लगेगा? रोल्स थ्योरम तो लगेगा नहीं. Why? Because डेरिवेटिव पे नहीं है. तो जीरो करने के लिए आपको क्या प्रूफ करना होगा? you have to use the intermediate value theorem. That means your target is to prove h of A is and h of B are of opposite sign. That's it. Fine. Now that's very simple. You can see what is the value of the h of root pi. What is the h of root pi? Small h of root pi is 0. Then it's a minus of root pi. What is the value of the h of minus root pi? Which is my positive. Both are my opposite sign. Once they are opposite sign, then by using intermediate value theorem, we can say h of x will be 0. Fine. And h of x 0 means both are my same. So B, C and D are the right answer of the problem. Now your target is to find the g dash x. Quickly find the derivative. Find it will be f of 4x minus 5 into 4 plus f of x square minus 2x into 2x minus 2. Then your target is to find the g dash of 1. So that will be f of minus 1 and that is a 0. Fine. F of 1 is a 0 is 0. What is the f of minus 1? That will be 1 plus 3. So 4 to your 8 is the right answer of the problem. Fx will be there. Fx by f. Fine. Divided by x. So clearly say it's an infinity by infinity form. You can apply the L'Hopital rule. Fine. So then it goes to the infinity. It does not exist. First option correct. F dash x. Can you find the derivative? 2 ln x. Limit x approaches infinity into 1 over x. Again, it's an infinity by infinity form. I can apply the L'Hopital rule again. So when x approaches infinity, that goes to the 0. But he said 2. That option cancel. F of x plus 1 ln of x plus 1 square minus ln of x whole square. A plus b, a minus b. If you add a plus b, I can use log m plus log n into log m minus n. When you take x approaches infinity, this value will be 0. Why? Because I can write as a x that will be log 1, 0 and that value goes to the infinity. But he said 0 and he said limit does not exist. Correct option A and D are the right answer of the problem. Fine. Now you can see next one. F and G are differentiable functions such that f is increasing, g is my decreasing. You can choose f is 1, g is my minus 1. Fine, satisfied. What is the value of the p? F of gx. P is my 1, q is minus 1. Then integration from 0 f p dash q dash minus 3 into dt. Answer is 0. Dependent on f and g wrong, dependent on t is my wrong. Fine. Another example, any other increasing example, fx, g is my minus x. Then what is the p? F of gx minus x, q is minus x. So if you substitute then the integration, minus of x, sorry, derivative will be my minus 1. Minus 1 into minus 3 is a minus 4. Fine. So that will be 4 into t because t is my positive number that is always greater than 0. So negative cancel. Only left behind is A is the right answer of the problem. F is a differentiable function such that f dash is my continuous and f dash of 3 is my 18. Is it okay? Then your target is to find, okay, so x plus 5 over n minus f x minus 2 over n. तो पहले इस पे ही मैं टेलर सीरीज लगा देता हूं. फाइंड दैट नंबर इज कब तक डिफरेंशिएबल है, कंटिन्यूस कहां तक है, सिंपल एफ डैश तक ही है. तो एफ एक्स प्लस एच इंटू एफ डैश ऑफ एक्स, फाइन, माइनस एफ एक्स माइनस 2/n f dash of x and so on. So fx will be cancelled out. 5 into 2 is 7 into n f dash of x plus n square f double dash of x and so on is any constant number. Now if you multiply with the n, what is the gn? 7 into f dash of x plus a over n f double dash of x. Now if you take as limit n approaches infinity, that number will goes to the 0. So the answer is 7 into f dash of 3. What is the f dash of 3? Is a 18. Answer is 17. 7 into 18 is the right answer of the problem. Okay, look at the next one. Limit x approaches infinity, 1 plus fx divided by x square raised to power x. Fine. So when you take limit, so it's a infinity divided by infinity. So infinity by infinity. So I can apply the L'Hopital rule. That is the f dash over 2x. F dash is my 2. So that will go to the 0. Fine. So the answer will be 1 plus 0 raised to power infinity. So what is the shortcut tips? As I tell you, whenever your function is 1 plus f raised to power g goes to 1 raised to power infinity. Limits के लेक्चर में क्या बताया था? You can take as a limit f into g. So I can see e raised to power limit x approaches infinity fx into g. So fx into x square into x. Now you can see again it's a infinity divided by infinity form. I can apply the L'Hopital rule. It's a f dash divided by 1. Limit of the f dash is 2. So that is a e square is the right answer of the problem. Which of the following? That's a very simple that you can do it by own. Why? What is the value of the fx by x? This is x square sine 1 over x. The function is continuous. Therefore, limit exists. Limit will be 0. Yes, it's a true statement. Fx divided by x square. If you x square, it will be the sine. Again, the function is continuous by the shortcut to x. So the limit will be 0. Yes, it is my correct statement. F of x and x square has infinitely many maxima and minima. Yes, why? Because cos x and sin x is my oscillating. Fine. So it has infinitely many maxima and minima. That statement is also correct statement. Only option left behind is the fourth option. And why? Fx divided by x4. It is 1 over x sine 1 over x. Clearly say it is not continuous. Why? Because your m is my minus 1, which is not greater than 0. So function is continuous. That's a wrong answer. So that means which of the following statement is true? The D is my right answer of the problem. Okay. Again, that's very simple. I can choose any of the f. Let's say f is my 1. So then it will be 1 into 1 plus 1. That is my 2, which is even. So G is even for all x, G is even for all f, G is odd for all f. पहला ऑप्शन कट गया. If f is even, ये f even है आपका, G is my even. If f is odd, तो अगर आप f odd ले लेते हैं, let's say f is my x, which is my odd. Fine. Then what is the value of the G? X into x minus x, which is 0. That is my even function. Fine. G is my even if f is even. एक f even ले लेते हैं, that is x square. What is a g? X square. X square plus x square is a 2x square, which is my 4x4, which is again even function. Fine. So if f is even, f of minus x is again f of x, so that is basically even function. Fine. If f, okay, f g is even for all f, is it possible? Can you think any of the example where f g is my not an even function?